You're safe here. You made it through another day. The night is quiet now, and you can finally breathe. Your shoulders can drop now. Your mind can slow. Come, sit beside me in this quiet place. He's been waiting for you, waiting for this moment when you could finally be still. Imagine a warm glow surrounding you, soft as candlelight. Feel the gentleness in the air, the way peace settles like a whisper. Tonight, you don't have to carry anything. Tonight, you can simply rest in His love. Let's walk together into this place of rest. He's already prepared it for you. The world outside continues its restless turning, but here in this sacred space, time moves differently. Here, the urgent becomes less urgent, the pressing becomes less pressing, the overwhelming becomes manageable. You found your way to the place where souls come to breathe, where hearts come to heal, where weary spirits come to find renewal. You've carried so much today, words that hurt, worries that clung, moments that felt too heavy. The weight of expectations, the pressure of deadlines, the ache of relationships that feel strained or broken, the questions that have no easy answers, the fears that whisper in the quiet moments between tasks. You've held it all, haven't you? Held it close to your chest like a burden you were never meant to bear alone. That presentation at work that didn't go as planned, the conversation with your spouse that ended in misunderstanding, the phone call from your parent that left you feeling guilty and confused, the bill that came in the mail, larger than expected, the text message that went unanswered, leaving you wondering if you said something wrong, the moment you looked in the mirror and felt disappointed with what you saw. You've carried all of these and more. You smiled when your heart was breaking, laughed when you wanted to cry, stood strong when you felt like collapsing. You've been the support for others when you needed support yourself, the one with answers when you were full of questions, the one who had it all together when inside you felt like you were falling apart. It's over now. It's over now. The day is behind you. Watch how the last light fades from the sky, taking your worries with it. See how the golden hour gives way to twilight, and twilight melts into the gentle embrace of night. The world is shifting into rest, and you can shift with it. You can let go of the day that demanded so much from you, the emails that filled your inbox. They can wait until morning. The problems that seemed so urgent, they don't need to be solved in these quiet hours. The people who needed your attention, they have found their own rest now. The decisions that felt so pressing, they can be made with tomorrow's clarity rather than tonight's exhaustion. That conversation that didn't go the way you hoped. That moment when you felt misunderstood or overlooked. That flash of anger or frustration that surprised even you. It's all behind you now. The day has ended, and with it, the weight of every imperfect moment. You don't have to replay them anymore. You don't have to solve them in your mind over and over again. The harsh words spoken in haste, the opportunity missed through fear, the moment when you felt like you weren't enough. These don't define you. They don't determine your worth. They don't predict your future. They are simply part of the human experience, part of the beautiful, messy, complicated journey of being alive. Jesus sees every burden you've carried. He's not asking you to be strong anymore tonight. He sees the way you've pushed through when you wanted to give up. He sees the smile you wore when your heart was breaking. He sees the way you've tried so hard to be everything to everyone, to fix what felt broken, to carry what felt impossibly heavy. He was there in the meeting when you felt your voice shake with nervousness. He was there in the car when you gripped the steering wheel and fought back tears. He was there at the kitchen sink when you stared out the window and wondered how you were going to make it through another day. He was there in the bathroom at 2 a.m. when you couldn't sleep because your mind wouldn't stop racing. "Come unto me, all who are weary." He whispered these words just for you. Not for the crowds, not for the multitudes, but for you, sitting here right now, feeling the weight of this day settling in your bones. He spoke your name when he said those words. He saw this very moment, this very night, when you would need to hear them most. 2,000 years ago, he looked across time and saw you here tonight. He saw your specific struggles, your particular pain, your unique combination of challenges and fears and hopes. And he spoke these words of invitation, knowing that one day, on this night, in this moment, you would need to hear them. Let your jaw unclench, let your fists unfurl, let your heart slow its racing. Feel how your breathing wants to deepen, how your body wants to sink into comfort. This is not laziness, this is not weakness, this is wisdom. This is accepting the gift of rest that he built into the very fabric of creation. Notice how your shoulders have been hunched toward your ears without you realizing it. Feel them drop now, releasing the tension that has become so familiar. You forgot it was there. Notice how your tongue has been pressed against the roof of your mouth, how your brow has been furrowed, how your hands have been clenched. Let it all go. Let it all release. Let your body remember what peace feels like. You don't have to solve anything right now. You don't have to fix anyone. You don't have to be anything but his beloved child. The problems that felt so urgent an hour ago, they can wait until morning. The decisions that seemed so pressing, they don't need to be made in this sacred space of nighttime quiet. Your child's struggle at school, your parents' health concern, your friend's marriage difficulties, your own uncertain future. These burdens that you've been carrying, like stones in your pockets, weighing down your steps, making your journey more difficult. You can set them down now, not abandoning responsibility, but releasing the need to control outcomes that were never yours to control. See him there, holding out his hands. They're scarred, but they're gentle. They know what it means to carry weight. Those hands held the wood of the cross, felt the bite of nails, carried the weight of every worry you've ever had. They're strong enough to hold your burdens, gentle enough to wipe your tears, loving enough to never let you go. Look closely at those hands. See how the scars don't make them weak, but prove their strength. See how the wounds don't make them ugly, but beautiful with the beauty of sacrificial love. These are hands that chose to be pierced rather than let you carry your burdens alone. These are hands that bear the marks of love that goes beyond understanding. He carried your specific struggles to the cross. Your anxiety about tomorrow, your regret about yesterday, that worry about your children, your parents, your spouse. He carried it. That fear about your health, your finances, your future. He carried it. That shame about your failures, your mistakes, your moments of weakness. He carried it all. Your specific fear about that medical test result, he carried it to Calvary. Your particular anxiety about your teenager's choices, it was there on the cross. Your personal regret about the words you spoke in anger, he bore it in his body. Your individual shame about the addiction you can't seem to break, he took it upon himself. What are you holding on to, beloved? Let me take it. I've been carrying you all along. Hear his voice, soft as a whisper, strong as the mountains. Feel how your breathing deepens as you place each worry into his waiting hands. Watch them transform from heavy stones into light feathers, caught by the wind of his grace and carried away. That meeting tomorrow that's been stealing your sleep, place it in his hands. See yourself lifting this burden from your chest, this weight from your shoulders, this knot from your stomach, and placing it into hands that are more than capable of holding it. Feel the relief as the weight transfers from you to him. That relationship that feels fragile and uncertain, let him hold it. The marriage that's struggling, the friendship that's strained, the family dynamic that's complicated. He sees it all, understands it all, and loves everyone involved. Your worry about it doesn't help it, but his wisdom and love can heal what seems beyond repair. That financial pressure that makes your stomach clench. He knows about it, and he's already working on your behalf. The bill that seems impossible to pay, the job that feels insecure, the future that looks uncertain financially. He is aware of it all. He who feeds the birds of the air and clothes the lilies of the field knows exactly what you need. That health concern that whispers fear in your ear, he sees it, he cares about it, and he's with you in it. The symptom that worries you, the diagnosis that frightens you, the treatment that lies ahead. He is not distant from your physical struggles. He took on flesh and bone, experienced hunger and thirst and pain and fatigue. He knows what it means to inhabit a body, and he cares about yours. Starting with your thoughts, see Jesus smoothing away each anxious spiral. Feel his gentle fingers combing through your mind, untangling the knots of worry, straightening the bent places of fear. Your thoughts don't have to race anymore. They don't have to chase each other in endless circles. They can slow, they can rest, they can be still. That thought pattern that plays on repeat, the what-if scenarios that your mind creates, the worst-case situations that feel so real in your imagination. Watch him interrupt these spirals with his peace. See him placing his hand on your forehead and whispering, "Be still and know that I am God." The voices in your head that sound like criticism, like judgment, like condemnation, these are not his voice. His voice sounds different. It sounds like the voice that spoke creation into being, but it whispers your name with tenderness. It sounds like the voice that calmed the storm, but it speaks peace to your inner chaos with gentleness. If tears come, let them. He collects everyone. They're precious to him. Each tear tells a story of love, of caring, of a heart that feels deeply. He doesn't see your tears as weakness. He sees them as love made visible. Cry if you need to cry. Let the salt of your tears wash away the residue of this difficult day. Those tears you've held back all day. The ones that threatened to spill in the grocery store when you felt overwhelmed. The ones that gathered in your eyes during that difficult phone call. The ones that you swallowed down because you didn't want others to see your struggle. Let them come now. This is a safe place for tears, a holy place for grief, a sacred space for the release of emotions that have been held too long. Picture yourself walking away from the day's chaos, each step taking you deeper into his peace. Behind you, the noise and rush and pressure grow fainter. Ahead of you, the path grows quieter, softer, more gentle. You're not running away from responsibility. You're walking toward rest. You're not abandoning your duties. You're accepting his invitation to be held. With each step, feel the day's burdens falling away like leaves from a tree in autumn. Natural, necessary, beautiful in their own way. The burden of trying to control outcomes. Let it fall. The weight of others' expectations. Let it drop. The pressure to be perfect. Let it release. The need to have all the answers. Let it go. Listen. Can you hear it? The gentle rhythm of his heart. It's been beating your name all day, steady as eternity, faithful as the sunrise, constant as gravity. Your name is written on his heart, and his heart beats with love for you. Ba-dum. That's your name. Ba-dum. That's his love. Ba-dum. That's the rhythm of grace that never stops, never slows, never grows tired of loving you. This heartbeat that has been steady since before time began. This is the rhythm that holds the universe together, the same power that keeps the planets in their orbits, that causes the seasons to change, that makes the flowers bloom and the tides turn. This power beats with love for you, specifically, personally, intimately. The world grows quiet around you. Even the birds have settled into their nests. The busy sounds of day give way to the gentle sounds of night. The distant hum of traffic, the settling of the house, the soft whisper of wind through trees. These aren't disturbing sounds. They're the lullaby of a world at rest. Listen to the house settling around you, the gentle creaking of wood, the whisper of air through vents, the quiet hum of appliances doing their work while you rest. These sounds that might have felt intrusive during the day now feel comforting, like the breathing of a sleeping house, like the quiet contentment of a home at peace. He draws a blanket of peace over your spirit, soft as lamb's wool, warm as his breath. Feel it, settling over your shoulders, your chest, your weary heart. This blanket doesn't just cover your body, it covers your soul. It wraps around your fears and quiets them. It embraces your worries and transforms them into trust. This blanket of peace isn't woven from earthly materials. It's spun from grace, dyed with love, warmed by divine breath. It doesn't wear out with use or grow thin with time. It grows softer the more you rest beneath it, warmer the longer you allow it to cover you. You're not entering this night alone. He walks with you into rest. Feel his presence beside you, as solid as another person in the room, as real as your own heartbeat. He's not far away in some distant heaven. He's here, in this moment, in this quiet space with you. His presence isn't intrusive or demanding. It's simply available. Like a friend who sits quietly beside you without needing to fill the silence with words. Like a parent who stays nearby while their child sleeps, not doing anything but simply being present. Like a lover who holds you without needing anything in return. He gives sleep to his beloved. And you, dear one, are so very beloved. Sleep is not something you have to earn or deserve. It's not a reward for good behavior or perfect faith. It's a gift, freely given, tenderly offered, lovingly provided. You are beloved, and beloved ones receive the gift of rest. Consider how carefully he has designed sleep. The way your body naturally grows tired as the sun sets. The way your eyes grow heavy when darkness falls. The way your mind begins to slow when the day's activities end. This isn't accident or coincidence. This is divine design, loving provision, gracious gift. And as you feel this weight lifting, as your spirit begins to quiet, notice how he draws nearer still, closer than your next breath. Can you sense him? The warmth you feel, that's him. The gentle stillness in the air, that's his peace, settling around you like morning mist, like evening calm, like the gentlest blessing. This isn't imagination or wishful thinking. This is the reality of his presence with those he loves. Emmanuel, God with us, isn't just a Christmas truth. It's a daily reality, a nightly comfort, an always present blessing. He is with you as surely as you are with yourself, as certainly as your heart beats in your chest. He knows the way you curl up when you're tired. He knows the thoughts that keep you awake. He knows which pillow you prefer, which side of the bed feels safest, which position helps your body relax most completely. He knows because he made you, he loves you, and he pays attention to every detail of your life. He knows that you sleep better when the room is slightly cool, that you need the comfort of familiar sounds, that you sometimes wake in the middle of the night with your mind already racing. He knows about the dreams that come when you're stressed, the way you sometimes talk in your sleep when you're processing difficult emotions. He's been with you all day, in the quiet moments between chaos, in the small mercies you almost missed, that moment when the traffic light turned green just when you needed it. That, the unexpected kindness from a stranger, that was him. The way the sunlight fell across your desk at just the right angle, that was him, loving you in 1,000 small ways. The song that came on the radio just when you needed to hear it, the text from a friend at exactly the right moment, the parking space that opened up just as you arrived, the smile from a child that brightened your difficult day. These weren't coincidences. These were love letters from heaven, small gifts from a father who delights in blessing his children. Come, walk with him through this garden of rest. Feel the soft grass beneath your feet. The day's concrete and asphalt give way to something gentler, something that yields beneath your steps. The harsh fluorescent lights give way to something softer, something that doesn't hurt your eyes or demand your attention. This garden isn't just metaphor. It's the real landscape of the spirit, the actual terrain of the soul at rest. Here, the ground is soft with mercy, the air is sweet with grace, the light is gentle with love. Here, everything that was harsh becomes tender. Everything that was demanding becomes inviting. The flowers in this garden bloom not with the forced growth of hothouse cultivation, but with the natural beauty of divine grace. The roses carry no thorns here. The lilies require no care. The grass grows green without effort. This is what happens when the Creator himself tends the garden of your rest. He's not rushing you. His pace matches yours. Sometimes. There's no hurry in him, no impatience, no schedule that's more important than this moment with you. He has all the time in the world for you because you are his world, his beloved, his treasured child. Notice how different this feels from the rush of your day, the pressure to hurry, to move faster, to get more done in less time. Here, with him, there is no clock ticking, no deadline approaching, no sense that time is running out. Here, there is only the eternal now of his love for you. Moonlight filters through the trees, casting gentle shadows. His presence makes even the darkness feel safe. Shadows that during the day might have seemed stark or sharp now seem gentle and welcoming. Darkness that might have stirred anxiety now feels like a warm blanket, like a gentle covering, like the soft embrace of night. The moon above isn't harsh like the sun can sometimes be. It's gentle, reflective, peaceful. It doesn't create its own light, but reflects the light of the sun, just as your rest reflects the peace of his presence. The shadows it creates aren't threatening, but comforting, like the shade of a great tree on a hot day. Tell me about your day, beloved. I was there for all of it. Let me carry what felt too heavy. He wants to hear about it all, the victories and the defeats, the moments of joy and the moments of pain. He was there for every conversation, every decision, every breath you took. Nothing about your day was too small for his attention or too big for his care. The moment when you felt proud of your accomplishment, he was there, rejoicing with you. The moment when you felt embarrassed by your mistake, he was there, loving you through it. The moment when you felt overwhelmed by the demands on your time, he was there, wanting to help carry the load. That difficult customer who tested your patience. He saw your struggle to remain kind. That coworker who took credit for your idea. He witnessed your choice to respond with grace rather than anger. That moment when you helped someone even though you were tired. He smiled at your generosity. Here, beneath this old oak tree, this is where he stops. This is where he invites you to rest. Feel the ancient strength of this tree, roots deep in the earth, branches reaching toward heaven. This is a place of stability, of permanence, of rest that has been here for generations and will be here long after tonight passes into memory. This tree has weathered storms and drought, harsh winters and scorching summers. It has provided shade for countless weary travelers, shelter for countless creatures, beauty for countless passers-by. Like God's love for you, unchanging, enduring, always available, always providing what is needed. Feel the warmth of the bench. He's prepared. It's been waiting for you, warmed by his presence. This isn't a cold, uncomfortable seat. This is a place of honor, prepared specifically for you. The wood is smooth beneath your hands, polished by countless moments of communion, countless nights of rest, countless times when his beloved children have come here to find peace. This bench has been carved by the hands of love itself, shaped for your specific comfort, placed in the perfect position to receive both moonlight and the gentle breeze. The cushion appears soft and inviting, covered in fabric that feels like it was chosen just for you, in colors that soothe your particular soul. Here, you don't have to perform. You don't have to explain. You can simply be. No masks, no pretense, no need to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. Tired, perhaps. Overwhelmed, maybe. But loved, always, completely, unconditionally loved. The world that demanded so much from you today, that required you to be strong, to have answers, to solve problems, to meet expectations. That world feels very far away now. Here, the only expectation is that you receive love. The only requirement is that you allow yourself to be held. Watch how he looks at you, not with judgment, but with such tender love, like a parent watching their sleeping child. There's wonder in his eyes as he looks at you, wonder at your strength, your resilience, your beautiful heart that keeps trying even when it's tired. He's not disappointed in you. He's proud of you. He's not frustrated with your struggles. He's moved by your courage. See the expression on his face. It's not the look of a judge evaluating performance, but the look of a lover delighting in the beloved. It's not the gaze of a critic finding flaws, but the gaze of a father treasuring his child. There's no disappointment in his eyes, no frustration in his expression. Only love, only wonder, only joy at being with you. Sometimes, love is spoken in the spaces between words. Feel how comfortable this quiet is. You don't have to fill the silence with chatter or explanation. You don't have to justify your presence here or earn your right to rest. The quiet itself is love. The stillness itself is communion. The peace itself is prayer. In a world that values noise and activity, that equates busyness with importance, that fills every moment with sound and distraction, this quiet is revolutionary. This is the quiet that allows souls to breathe, hearts to heal, spirits to renew. This is the quiet that doesn't demand anything but offers everything. He knows about the tears you've cried in private, the prayers you've whispered in desperation, those 3 a.m. moments when you've stared at the ceiling, wondering if anyone sees, if anyone cares, if anyone understands. He was there for every one of those moments. He heard every whispered prayer, collected every tear, held you through every long night. That night when you cried in your car after the difficult conversation, he was there. The morning when you woke up feeling hopeless and whispered a desperate prayer. He heard. The afternoon when you locked yourself in the bathroom just to have a moment of private tears. He collected everyone. Feel his hand on your shoulder. It's real, even if you can't see it. Love always finds a way to touch. His touch doesn't demand anything from you. It doesn't ask for response or recognition. It simply rests there, a gentle pressure, a warm presence, a tangible reminder that you are not alone. This touch isn't the urgent grab of someone who needs something from you. It's not the demanding grasp of someone who wants to control you. It's the gentle rest of someone who simply wants to comfort you. Like the touch of a mother's hand on a fevered forehead, like the touch of a friend's hand on a grieving shoulder. He's not trying to fix you. He's not trying to change you. He's simply here, loving you exactly as you are. You don't have to be different to be loved. You don't have to be perfect to be cherished. You don't have to be strong to be held. You are loved as you are in this moment, with all your imperfections and struggles and beautiful, messy humanity. The voice in your head that says you need to be better, do more, try harder. That's not his voice. His voice says, you are enough. You are loved. You are precious exactly as you are. The pressure you feel to perform, to earn love, to prove your worth. That pressure doesn't come from him. Let him hold you now. Feel how perfectly you fit in his embrace, like you were made for this moment. And you were. You were made for love, created for connection, designed for this intimate communion with your Creator. This isn't accident or coincidence. This is coming home to the love that has been waiting for you since before you were born. His arms don't hold you captive, they hold you safe. His embrace doesn't restrict you, it releases you from the need to hold yourself together. His love doesn't demand anything from you. It simply offers everything to you. Rest in this embrace. Let yourself be held. Allow yourself to be loved. Every broken place in your heart feels his touch. Not to judge the brokenness, but to honor your journey. Your scars tell a story of survival, of courage, of a heart that has loved and lost and chosen to love again. He doesn't see your brokenness as damage. He sees it as beauty, as strength, as evidence of a life fully lived. The places where you've been hurt, he touches with healing. The places where you've been disappointed, he touches with hope. The places where you've been afraid, he touches with courage. Not to erase the experiences that shaped you, but to bring redemption to them, to write beauty from ashes, to create strength from struggle. You are my beloved. You are worth dying for. You are never, ever alone. These aren't just pretty words or religious platitudes. These are the deepest truths of the universe, spoken over you with all the authority of heaven, all the tenderness of perfect love, all the certainty of eternal truth. When he says you are beloved, he means it with the intensity of a bridegroom speaking to his bride, with the tenderness of a parent speaking to their child, with the certainty of a creator speaking of his masterpiece. When he says you are worth dying for, he speaks from the experience of having actually done it. Rest here, in this love that needs nothing from you, that asks nothing of you, that simply is. This love doesn't fluctuate with your performance or change with your circumstances. It doesn't grow stronger when you're good or weaker when you struggle. It simply is, constant as the stars, reliable as the sunrise, unchanging as God himself. This is love without conditions, without requirements, without fine print. This is love that doesn't need to be earned because it's freely given, that doesn't need to be maintained because it's permanently yours, that doesn't need to be understood because it's simply received. And as you rest here in his presence, as his love surrounds you like a warm embrace, he gently invites you to bring him your storms. He knows about the storms inside you, the ones no one else can see, the tempest of anxiety that churns in your chest, the whirlwind of thoughts that won't slow down, the hurricane of emotions that sometimes threatens to overwhelm you. These internal storms that rage when everything on the surface looks calm, the panic that grips you for no apparent reason, the sadness that settles over you like a heavy blanket, the anger that flares unexpectedly, the fear that whispers lies about the future. He sees them all. He understands them all. He wants to calm them all. The anxiety that grips your chest at 3 a.m., the guilt that whispers you're not enough, the loneliness that echoes even in crowded rooms. These storms don't make you weak, they make you human. And he became human too. He knows what it feels like to be overwhelmed, to be afraid, to feel the weight of worries that seem too big to bear. He experienced the storm of anticipating his own death, the overwhelming weight of knowing what was coming. He felt the storm of being misunderstood by those closest to him, the pain of rejection, of betrayal, of abandonment. He weathered the storm of physical pain, emotional anguish, spiritual darkness. These storms don't make you less than or different from. They make you part of the human family, part of the story of people who have struggled and survived, who have faced their fears and found their way through. He doesn't see your storms as problems to be solved. He sees them as places where his peace can shine most brightly. The storm of perfectionism that drives you to exhaustion. He understands the pressure you put on yourself, the impossible standards you try to meet, the way you criticize yourself more harshly than you would ever criticize another. He wants to speak peace to this storm, to quiet the voice that says you must be perfect to be loved. The storm of comparison that steals your joy. He sees how you measure yourself against others, how you find yourself wanting, how you discount your own gifts while elevating others. He wants to calm this storm with the truth of your unique value, your irreplaceable place in his heart, your special calling and purpose. Here, with him, you can name your storms without fear. He's weathered them all before. The storm of financial worry. He who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills understands your concern about provision. The storm of relationship conflict. He who wept over Jerusalem understands the pain of broken connection. The storm of health concerns. He who healed the sick and raised the dead understands the fragility of these earthly bodies. Remember the disciples on the raging sea. He came to them walking on water. He comes to your storms the same way. He doesn't wait for your storms to calm before he approaches. He walks right into them. He doesn't demand that you get your act together before he shows up. He shows up precisely because you need him. The disciples were experienced fishermen. They knew these waters. They knew how to handle their boat. They knew what they were doing. But this storm was beyond their expertise, beyond their ability to manage. And that's when Jesus came. Not when they had everything under control, but when they were overwhelmed and afraid. Your storm of overthinking. Those thoughts that circle endlessly, that analyze every conversation, that imagine every possible disaster. He steps into that whirlwind of mental activity and speaks peace. Be still, he says to your racing mind. Know that I am God. He stands calm in the center. Those words you wish you could take back. Those choices you wish you could remake. Those opportunities you missed. Those people you hurt. He stands in the middle of all that painful history and speaks forgiveness, speaks redemption, speaks hope. Your storm of fear about the future. He's already there in tomorrow, preparing the way. The uncertainty that keeps you awake, the what-if scenarios that plague your thoughts, the sense that you can't handle what's coming. He's already in your future, already arranging what you need, already preparing you for what's ahead. Feel how the wind of his presence begins to still the chaos in your mind, not with force or violence, but with the gentle power of perfect love. Like a parent's voice can calm a frightened child, like a friend's presence can ease anxiety, like the first light of dawn can chase away the fears of night. His presence brings peace to your inner storms. This calming doesn't happen because you try harder or believe more. It happens because He is present. His very presence brings peace. His very nearness brings calm. His very love brings stillness. You don't have to work for this peace. You just have to receive it. He doesn't calm your storms from a distance. He enters them with you. He gets in the boat of your circumstances, walks on the water of your fears, speaks peace to the winds of your worry. You're not weathering these storms alone. You're not facing these challenges in isolation. He is with you in the midst of them all. This isn't a God who watches your struggles from a safe distance. This is Emmanuel, God with us, in the storm with us, in the struggle with us. He doesn't send peace from heaven. He brings peace by His presence. He doesn't deliver you from the storm by removing you from it. He delivers you by joining you in it. What if? What if you didn't have to manage everything? What if you could let Him hold it all? That need to control, to fix, to make everything work out perfectly. What if you could release that? What if you could trust that the one who holds the universe together can handle your specific situation? The weight of feeling responsible for outcomes you can't control. The pressure of trying to fix people you can't change. The exhaustion of carrying burdens that were never yours to bear. What if you could set all of that down? What if you could trust His wisdom, His timing, His love? That meeting tomorrow, that relationship that's struggling, that health concern that keeps you awake. Bring them here. Place them in His capable hands, like stones you've been carrying, weighing down your pockets, making your journey more difficult than it needs to be. He has room for all of them, strength for all of them, wisdom for all of them. See yourself reaching into your pockets and pulling out these worry stones, each one worn smooth by your constant handling, each one heavy with your fear and concern. One by one, place them into His hands. Watch how easily He holds them, how effortlessly He bears their weight. See yourself placing each worry into His hands. Watch how they transform from heavy stones into light feathers. The weight that felt so crushing becomes light as air when it's held by hands that are strong enough to bear it. The burden that felt so overwhelming becomes manageable when it's carried by shoulders that bore the weight of the world. This transformation doesn't happen because the problems become less real. It happens because they're now held by someone infinitely capable of handling them. You worry about them doesn't help solve them, but His wisdom and power can work in ways you never imagined. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to not be okay. Permission to be human, permission to struggle, permission to not have it all figured out. You weren't meant to have all the answers. You weren't designed to carry all the weight. You weren't created to be perfect. The pressure you put on yourself to be strong, to be wise, to be capable, this pressure doesn't come from Him. He knows you are human. He made you human. He loves you as human. Your limitations aren't disappointments to Him. They're reminders that you need Him, and He delights in being needed. That voice that says, "You're not good enough," that voice that replays your mistakes, that's not His voice. His voice sounds different. It sounds like mercy rather than judgment, like hope rather than condemnation, like love rather than criticism. Learn to recognize the difference between the voice of shame and the voice of grace. The voice of shame speaks in absolutes, always and never and everyone and no one. The voice of grace speaks in particulars, right now and in this moment, and you and I love you. All one. The voice of grace brings conviction that leads to healing. His voice sounds like mercy, like second chances, like love that never gives up. When he speaks your name, it's with tenderness, not disappointment. When he sees your struggles, it's with compassion, not frustration. When he considers your future, it's with hope, not worry. Listen for his voice now, beneath the noise of self-criticism, beneath the chatter of anxiety, beneath the whispers of fear. His voice is there, steady and sure and full of love. He's calling your name with the same love that called Mary from the garden tomb, that called Peter from his boat, that calls every lost sheep home. Every failure you're carrying, he carried it to Calvary. It's already forgiven. The mistakes that replay in your mind, the words you wish you could take back, the moments you wish you could redo, they were all there with him on the cross. They were all covered by his sacrifice, all forgiven by his grace, all washed clean by his blood. That moment of anger that hurt someone you love, it was there on the cross. That lie you told to protect yourself, it was covered by his sacrifice. That promise you broke, that trust you betrayed, that love you rejected. All of it was carried to Calvary. All of it was paid for. All of it was forgiven. You are not your mistakes. You are not your worst moments. You are his beloved, chosen, treasured child. Your identity isn't found in your performance or your perfection. It's found in his love for you. You are who he says you are. Beloved, valuable, worthy, cherished. The labels the world has given you, the names you've been called, the judgments that have been made about you, these don't define you. You are defined by the one who made you, who knows you completely, who loves you unconditionally. You are his masterpiece, his beloved, his treasured child. Feel it, the way the chaos begins to quiet, the way your heartbeat slows to match his, like two musicians finding harmony, like two dancers finding rhythm, like two hearts finding unity. Your frantic pace begins to slow to his gentle rhythm. Your anxious thoughts begin to align with his peaceful presence. This isn't something you have to work at or strive for. It's something that happens naturally when you rest in his presence. Like a child's breathing naturally syncs with their parents when held close, like a frightened heart naturally calms in the presence of safety. Your spirit naturally finds peace in his presence. He takes your storms and gives you his peace. He takes your burdens and gives you his rest. This is the divine exchange. Your weakness for his strength, your fear for his courage, your chaos for his calm. He doesn't just take away the bad. He replaces it with good, with blessing, with grace. This exchange isn't conditional on your faith being strong enough or your surrender being complete enough. It's conditional only on his love, which is always strong enough, always complete enough, always more than enough. He makes the exchange because he loves you, not because you've earned it. You don't have to understand how. You just have to let him. Trust doesn't require comprehension. Sometimes the most profound mysteries can't be explained, only experienced. You don't have to understand how his peace works. You just have to receive it. You don't have to figure out how his love reaches you. You just have to let it. The mystery of how divine love touches human hearts. The mystery of how eternal peace calms temporal storms. The mystery of how infinite grace covers finite failure. These mysteries are too wonderful for understanding, but perfect for experiencing. In this quiet place, after the storm, this is where real rest begins. This is where sleep becomes prayer. When the noise dies down and the chaos settles. When the urgent becomes less urgent and the frantic becomes peaceful. This is the sacred space where rest is born. This isn't just the absence of activity. This is the presence of peace. This isn't just the end of the day. This is the beginning of communion. This isn't just preparation for sleep. This is entrance into the holy place where souls find restoration. And now, as the storms begin to settle, as His peace washes over you like gentle rain, let Him prepare your heart for rest. The day's last light fades to silver. The world holds its breath in reverence. This is the holy hour. Not just any hour, but the hour when day surrenders to night, when activity yields to rest, when the world acknowledges its need for peace. This transition from day to night is built into the very fabric of creation. The rhythm of light and darkness, activity and rest, engagement and surrender. You're not fighting against nature when you rest. You're flowing with it. You're not being lazy when you sleep. You're being obedient to the design of your Creator. Picture soft candlelight flickering, each flame a prayer, each glow a reminder of His presence. These aren't harsh lights that demand attention. These are gentle flames that invite contemplation, soft glows that create atmosphere, warm lights that speak of home and comfort and peace. The candles don't struggle to give light. They simply burn. And light is the natural result. In the same way, you don't have to struggle to find peace. You simply rest in His presence, and peace is the natural result. The light comes not from effort, but from being, not from doing, but from abiding. This isn't just bedtime. This is a sacred appointment. He's been preparing this moment of rest all day. Every moment of your day has been leading to this. Every struggle has been bringing you to this place of surrender. Every challenge has been preparing you for this gift of rest. The difficulties of your day weren't accidents or punishments. They were invitations to dependence, opportunities to discover your need for Him, pathways to this moment of surrender. Even the hardest moments were preparing you for the sweetness of this rest. Let this be more than sleep. Let this be communion. Let this be worship in its gentlest form. Sleep as an act of trust, rest as an expression of faith, peace as a form of praise. When you surrender to sleep, you're acknowledging your humanity, accepting your need, trusting in His care. This is worship without words, praise without performance, communion without complexity. This is the simple, beautiful act of a child trusting their father enough to fall asleep in his arms. This is faith in its purest form, complete dependence on His goodness. He promises, "You will lie down in peace and sleep, for He alone makes you dwell in safety." This isn't just a nice sentiment. This is a divine guarantee. Peace isn't just something you hope for. It's something He provides. Safety isn't just something you wish for. It's something He ensures. This promise was written thousands of years ago, but it's as fresh tonight as the day it was penned. It was written for you, for this night, for this moment, when you need to hear that you are safe in His care. Safety isn't found in circumstances being perfect. It's found in His presence being constant. From the very beginning, He built rest into the rhythm of life. He calls it good. He calls it necessary. Rest isn't laziness, it's obedience. Rest isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Rest isn't selfish, it's sacred. From the very first week of creation, He established the pattern of work and rest, activity and peace, engagement and surrender. On the seventh day, God rested, not because He was tired, but because rest is holy. He modeled for us the rhythm that brings life, the balance that brings health, the pattern that brings peace. When you rest, you're following His example, walking in His ways, honoring His design. Even Jesus withdrew to quiet places. Even He needed moments of stillness. Rest is not weakness, it's wisdom. If the Son of God needed rest, how much more do you? If the Creator of the universe took time for stillness, how much more should you? Rest isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of wisdom. The Gospels are full of moments when Jesus withdrew from the crowds, when he sought quiet places, when he spent time alone with the Father. He didn't see this as weakness or failure. He saw it as necessary, as vital, as part of his mission. Rest isn't the opposite of productivity. It's the foundation of it. Come unto me, all who are weary. These aren't just words. They're a personal invitation to you, right now. Not a general invitation to the masses, but a specific invitation to you, sitting here in this moment, feeling the weight of this day, needing the gift of rest. He's speaking directly to you. 2,000 years ago, he looked across time and saw you here tonight. He saw your weariness, your burdens, your need for rest. And he extended this invitation knowing that you would need it, knowing that you would hear it, knowing that you would come. Feel him blessing your pillow, your blankets, the very air you breathe. All of it becomes holy in his presence. Your bedroom becomes a sanctuary. Your bed becomes an altar. Your rest becomes worship. The ordinary becomes extraordinary when touched by his love. The sheets that felt merely functional this morning now feel consecrated by his blessing. The pillow that was simply comfortable becomes a sacred resting place. The room that was just a bedroom becomes a holy place where heaven touches earth. The house settles into quietness. The world grows soft. Even your heartbeat becomes a gentle drum of peace. Listen to the settling sounds. The creaking of wood, the whisper of air through vents, the quiet hum of appliances doing their work while you rest. These sounds that might have felt intrusive during the day now feel comforting, like the breathing of a sleeping house, like the quiet contentment of a home at peace. These sounds aren't disturbances. They're the lullaby of a world at rest. The settling of the house isn't interruption. It's the gentle sigh of a structure relaxing after a day of service. The distant sounds aren't intrusions. They're reminders that the world continues its rhythm while you rest in peace. Watch how the shadows dance gently on the walls, not harsh or frightening, but soft like his love. Shadows that during the day might have seemed stark or sharp now seem gentle and welcoming. The darkness isn't something to fear. It's something to rest in, something to find comfort in, something to let embrace you. These shadows aren't absence of light. They're gentle places of rest for eyes tired from brightness. They're soft spaces where the spirit can settle, quiet places where the soul can breathe. In the gentle darkness, love becomes more tangible, peace becomes more real, rest becomes more complete. With each breath in, receive his peace. With each breath out, release the day. Let breathing become prayer. Inhale grace, exhale worry. Inhale love, exhale fear. Inhale peace, exhale anxiety. Your breath becomes a bridge between your need and his provision, between your struggle and his grace. This breathing that happens without thought, without effort. It becomes conscious communion when you invite him into it. Each breath becomes a prayer. Each exhale becomes a release. Each rhythm becomes a dance with his spirit. Breathing becomes worship, as natural and necessary as love itself. This place between waking and sleeping. This is where heaven touches earth most gently. In this liminal space, this threshold between consciousness and dreams, between the active day and the restful night. This is where the veil is thinnest, where his presence is most tangible, where love feels most real. Here, at the edge of sleep, the barriers between the temporal and eternal grow thin. Here, the concerns of earth feel less pressing, and the realities of heaven feel more present. Here, in this sacred in-between, you are most aware of being held by love that transcends understanding. He posts his angels around your rest, not as soldiers, but as gentle guardians, watching over your dreams. Not harsh sentries standing at attention, but loving protectors who keep watch with tenderness. Your sleep is guarded. Your rest is protected. Your peace is preserved. These guardians don't stand with weapons drawn, ready for battle. They stand with love drawn, ready to bless. They don't watch with suspicion, but with delight. They don't guard against enemies, but guard for love, maintaining the sacred space where your soul can rest. The Lord, your God, is with you. Mighty to save, He will quiet you with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing. Can you hear it? The gentle melody of His love over you. He's not just tolerating your need for rest. He's celebrating it, rejoicing over it, singing over your surrender to sleep. This isn't the voice of a stern taskmaster grudgingly allowing rest. This is the voice of a loving Father, delighting in His child's peace. He sings over your rest like a parent hums over a sleeping baby, with joy and tenderness and perfect love. Feel your body melting into comfort, muscles releasing, mind slowing, spirit expanding. Your physical body beginning to let go of the day's tension. Your mind beginning to release the day's concerns. Your spirit beginning to open to the night's peace. This is the natural rhythm of rest, the God-designed pattern of renewal. Each muscle group releasing its grip on the day, your neck and shoulders dropping their burden, your arms and hands unclenching their hold, your back releasing its support, your legs and feet relaxing their stance. Like a flower closing its petals at nightfall, your body naturally turns toward rest. Your rest becomes an offering. Your dreams become prayers. Your peace becomes praise. Even in sleep, even in dreams, even in the unconscious hours of night, you are worshiping. Your rest itself is an act of trust, a form of praise, a type of prayer. This isn't passive time or wasted hours. This is active worship in its most vulnerable form. To sleep is to trust. To rest is to believe. To surrender consciousness is to exercise faith. Your peace becomes a living prayer. Your rest becomes active praise. Sometimes He speaks in dreams. Sometimes in the deep rest that restores. Always in love. Whether your dreams are vivid or forgotten, whether your sleep is deep or light, whether your rest is long or short, He is present in all of it, speaking love, providing restoration, offering grace. His voice in dreams isn't harsh or demanding. It's gentle and loving. His presence in sleep isn't intrusive or overwhelming. It's comforting and healing. His work in rest isn't forceful or painful. It's tender and restorative. While you sleep, He works, mending what's broken, strengthening what's weak, loving what's hurting. Your rest isn't just passive recovery, it's active restoration. While you surrender to sleep, He is actively working on your behalf, healing and strengthening and loving you back to wholeness. This work doesn't require your consciousness or your cooperation. It requires only your rest. While your body recovers from the day's demands, He restores your soul. While your mind processes the day's experiences, He renews your spirit. While you simply sleep, He works miracles of love. Every sunrise is His faithfulness made visible. Tomorrow's dawn is already being prepared. Tomorrow's mercies are already being arranged. Tomorrow's grace is already being measured out. Your awakening won't catch Him by surprise. It's been planned with love. Tonight's rest is tomorrow's strength. Tonight's peace is tomorrow's courage. Tonight's surrender is tomorrow's victory. As you sleep, He's already preparing you for whatever tomorrow holds, already arranging what you'll need, already working on your behalf. And now, as your eyelids grow heavy, As his peace settles over you like the softest blanket, let him hold you through the night. Feel how he draws you close, closer than breath, closer than heartbeat. You rest in the very center of his love. This closeness isn't overwhelming or suffocating. It's perfect and peaceful. You're not lost in his embrace. You're found in it. You're not diminished by his presence. You're completed by it. You're not consumed by his love. You're fulfilled by it. His arms become your cocoon. His heartbeat becomes your lullaby. His presence becomes your covering. Not a distant God watching from afar, but an intimate Father holding you close, keeping you safe, surrounding you with love. You are enveloped in divine embrace, wrapped in eternal love, held by hands that will never let you go. This embrace doesn't restrict your movement. It enables your rest. These arms don't constrain you. They contain you in love. This presence doesn't overwhelm you. It underwrites you with grace. You are held not as captive, but as beloved, not as prisoner, but as treasured child. Nothing can touch you here. No fear can reach you. No anxiety can disturb. You are held by love himself. In this sacred space of divine embrace, you are completely safe. No worry from tomorrow can intrude. No regret from yesterday can disturb. No fear of the unknown can reach you. This safety isn't based on circumstances being perfect. It's based on his love being constant. This security isn't dependent on your strength being sufficient. It's dependent on his grace being abundant. This peace isn't fragile or temporary. It's solid and eternal. Like a baby falls asleep to their mother's heartbeat. You drift into rest to the rhythm of his love. The most natural thing in the world. The most peaceful sound imaginable. The steadiest rhythm in the universe. Your heart begins to match his rhythm. Your breathing begins to match his pace. Your spirit begins to match his peace. This isn't learned behavior or practiced technique. This is the natural response of love, recognizing love, of child recognizing father, of soul recognizing its home. Your heart knows this rhythm. It was made for this peace. While your eyes close, his never do. While your vigilance ends, his begins. He takes the night watch over your soul. You can stop watching, stop worrying, stop monitoring. He takes over the watch. Your rest is his responsibility now. Your peace is his priority now. Your safety is his concern now. This transfer of responsibility isn't abandonment of care. It's acceptance of perfect care. You're not being irresponsible when you sleep. You're being trusting. You're not neglecting your duties. You're acknowledging his faithfulness. He is your fortress, your shield, your strong tower. Sleep becomes your sanctuary. Not just physical safety, but spiritual protection. Not just bodily rest, but soul restoration. Not just mental quiet, but heart peace. Your sleep becomes a holy place, a sacred space, a divine refuge. In this fortress of his love, no weapon can prosper. No scheme can succeed. No fear can prevail. You are defended not by walls of stone, but by walls of grace. Protected not by human strength, but by divine love. Guarded not by earthly power, but by heavenly presence. Not the harsh watching of judgment, but the tender watching of love, like a parent watching their child dream. His eyes on you aren't critical or demanding. They're loving and proud and tender. He watches you sleep, not to catch you doing wrong, but to delight in seeing you at peace. This gaze isn't the stare of a stranger, but the look of a lover. Not the examination of a judge, but the admiration of a father. Not the surveillance of a warden, but the vigilance of a protector. He watches over you because he delights in you, because he treasures you, because he loves you. He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. And Israel includes you, beloved. The ancient promise extends to you. The eternal protection covers you. The divine vigilance includes you. You are part of his people, part of his family, part of his heart. This promise made to a nation becomes personal covenant with you. This protection given to a people becomes individual care for you. This love declared to Israel becomes intimate affection for you. You are not outside his care. You are at the center of it. Sometimes he visits you in dreams, not as teacher, but as friend, not as judge, but as companion. If he comes to you in dreams tonight, it won't be to correct or instruct, but to love and comfort. He comes not with demands, but with gifts, not with requirements, but with blessings. His presence in dreams is gentle and welcome. His voice in sleep is soft and kind. His touch in rest is healing and whole. He doesn't intrude into your dreams. He's invited by your trust. He's welcomed by your love. He's received by your open heart. Your dreams become his workshop, where he repairs what day has damaged, where he restores what life has depleted. While your conscious mind rests, he works in the deeper places, healing wounds you didn't even know you had, restoring strength you didn't know you'd lost, preparing you for tomorrow in ways you can't imagine. This workshop isn't noisy or disruptive. It's quiet and peaceful. His tools aren't harsh or painful. They're gentle and healing. His work isn't rushed or forced. It's patient and thorough. He works with the skill of perfect love, the wisdom of infinite knowledge, the patience of eternal time. If dreams come strange or troubling, know that he is there too, transforming even difficulty into grace. Not every dream will be peaceful. Not every night will be smooth, but he is present in all of it, working even the difficult dreams for your good, turning even the troubling images toward grace. He doesn't promise that every dream will be pleasant. He promises that every dream will be purposeful. He doesn't guarantee that every sleep will be smooth. He guarantees that every rest will be blessed. He doesn't assure that every night will be easy. He assures that every night will be accompanied, but mostly, he grants you the gift of deep, dreamless peace. Rest so complete, it requires no images. The deepest rest, the most complete peace, the most thorough restoration. Sleep so profound that you wake feeling like you've been held all night long, loved all night long, blessed all night long. This is rest that refreshes not just the body, but the soul. Peace that restores not just energy, but hope. Sleep that renews not just strength, but spirit. This is the gift of perfect rest in perfect love, of complete trust in complete faithfulness. In the deepest hours of night, when the world is most quiet, his love burns brightest around you. 30 a.m., 4 a.m., those deep hours when the world sleeps. His love doesn't sleep. His attention doesn't waver. His care doesn't diminish. In the darkest hours, his light shines strongest. These hours that can feel lonely to the wakeful are filled with his presence for the restful. These times that can feel empty to the worried are full of his love for the trusting. These moments that can feel forgotten by the world are remembered by him with perfect attention. Your breathing becomes prayer. Inhale his presence. Exhale your concerns again and again. Holy rhythm. Even unconscious breathing becomes communion, becomes worship, becomes prayer. The rhythm of breath becomes the rhythm of grace. The pattern of life becomes the pattern of love. This breathing that continues without your thought becomes conscious connection when you surrender it to him. This rhythm that sustains your life becomes the rhythm of communion with His life. This basic function becomes sacred communion. Your heart begins to beat in time with His. Not rushed, not anxious, steady as eternity. Your pulse slows to match His pace. Your heartbeat calms to match His rhythm. Anxiety gives way to peace. Rushing gives way to rest. Chaos gives way to calm. This synchronization happens not through effort, but through proximity. Not through trying, but through trusting. Not through working, but through resting. When you draw near to His heart, your heart naturally finds His rhythm. Every cell in your body receives His peace. Every nerve relaxes in His presence. Every muscle melts in His love. Physical restoration from the cellular level up. Spiritual peace from the soul level out. Complete renewal from the inside out. Your body becomes a temple of His peace, a dwelling place of His rest. This isn't just metaphorical or spiritual. This is real restoration happening in real time. Peace flowing through your bloodstream. Love relaxing your nervous system. Grace restoring your cellular structure. You are being renewed in every possible way. In sleep, your soul communes with His. No words needed, no performance required. Just love meeting love, the deepest kind of communication. Spirit to spirit, heart to heart. Love to love. No need for words or explanations. Just the pure communion of souls at rest. This communion doesn't require consciousness or effort. It happens in the deep places where love recognizes love, where child recognizes father, where soul recognizes its home. In sleep, the barriers that complicate waking communion dissolve into simple, pure connection. Night hours pass like minutes when held in His embrace, or sometimes minutes stretch like hours of sweet communion. Time becomes irrelevant when held by eternal love. Clocks become meaningless when embraced by timeless grace. Schedules become unimportant when surrounded by infinite care. This isn't confusion or disorientation. This is the reality of touching eternity. When love this perfect holds you, when grace this complete surrounds you, when peace this deep fills you, time bends around the reality of His presence. He does His deepest work while you rest. Healing you don't even know you need. Strength for tomorrow you haven't yet imagined. While you sleep, He's already preparing you for tomorrow's challenges, tomorrow's opportunities, tomorrow's joys. Rest becomes preparation. Sleep becomes strengthening. Peace becomes power. This work is gentle and gradual, not forced or rushed, not painful or overwhelming. Like the slow, steady work of healing, like the quiet, consistent work of growth, like the sure, certain work of love. He works while you rest. Every promise He's made finds its way to you in sleep. Every blessing settles into your spirit. Every grace takes root. All the promises in Scripture, all the blessings of heaven, all the graces of salvation, they all find their way to your sleeping spirit, taking root in the soil of rest, growing in the garden of peace. Your rest becomes fertile ground for grace. Your sleep becomes planting time for blessings. Your peace becomes growing season for promises. What is planted in rest is harvested in waking. What is sown in sleep is reaped in strength. And as the night passes in His tender care, as dawn begins to whisper at the edges of darkness, His love remains constant. Night moves toward day. Darkness gives way to light. Sleep prepares for waking. But His love never changes, never shifts, never wavers. This constancy is your anchor. This steadiness is your security. This reliability is your rest. In a world where everything changes, where nothing seems certain, where security feels elusive, His love remains absolutely, completely, eternally constant. Morning will come, not as disruption, but as continuation. His love doesn't end with night. It transforms with the light. The same love that held you through the night will guide you through the day. The same grace that covered your sleep will empower your waking. The same peace that blessed your rest will strengthen your activity. The transition from night to day isn't abandonment of His care, but transformation of it. Not end of His presence, but evolution of it. Not conclusion of His love, but continuation of it. His love adapts to your need, but never changes in its essence. Every sunrise is His faithfulness made visible. Every dawn, a new page in your love story with Him. Tomorrow's sun will rise as proof of His consistency. Tomorrow's light will dawn as evidence of His reliability. Tomorrow's morning will come as testimony of His love. The sun that will rise tomorrow has been rising for millennia. Reliable, consistent, faithful. It's a daily reminder of His faithfulness, a regular proof of His constancy, a visible symbol of His unchanging love for you. The same hands that held you through the night will guide you through the day. The same heart that beat with yours will sustain you through tomorrow. Continuity of care, consistency of love, reliability of grace. What held you tonight will hold you tomorrow. What blessed you in darkness will bless you in light. These aren't different hands for night and day. This isn't different love for sleeping and waking. This isn't different grace for rest and activity. The same perfect love that cradles you in sleep will empower you in waking. His mercies are new every morning. Great is His faithfulness. And that includes tomorrow's mercies, already prepared. Tomorrow's grace is already measured out. Tomorrow's strength is already prepared. Tomorrow's love is already planned. You won't face tomorrow with today's resources. You'll face tomorrow with tomorrow's fresh provision. The mercies you'll need tomorrow are already being prepared. The strength you'll require is already being measured. The grace you'll need is already being apportioned. His provision isn't reactive, but proactive, not responsive, but preparatory. Whatever tomorrow holds, whatever challenges await, whatever joys or sorrows come, He walks into them with you. You won't enter tomorrow alone. You won't face tomorrow's unknowns without Him. You won't navigate tomorrow's path without His guidance. Tomorrow's challenges don't surprise Him. Tomorrow's opportunities don't catch Him off guard. Tomorrow's needs don't overwhelm Him. He's already there, already working, already preparing the way. That difficult conversation, that important decision, that moment of vulnerability. He's already there, preparing the way. Tomorrow's challenges don't catch Him off guard. Tomorrow's opportunities don't surprise Him. Tomorrow's needs don't overwhelm Him. He's already there, already working, already preparing the conversation you're dreading. He's already preparing both hearts involved, the decision you're facing. He's already arranging the wisdom you'll need, the vulnerability you'll need to show. He's already preparing the grace to sustain you. You will not face tomorrow in your own strength. His power is made perfect in your weakness. His grace is sufficient for whatever comes. Tomorrow's strength won't come from tonight's rest alone. It will come from His endless supply. It will flow from His infinite resources. It will spring from His boundless love. Your weakness isn't obstacle to His strength. It's opportunity for it. Your insufficiency isn't problem for His grace. It's a platform for it. Your need isn't burden to His love. It's invitation for it, just as surely as He was with you tonight. He will be with you in the morning light. His presence is your constant, not your variable. The most reliable thing in your life, the most consistent element in your experience, the most dependable reality in your world, His presence with you. This presence doesn't fluctuate with your faith, doesn't waver with your weakness, doesn't change with your circumstances. It's the one thing you can count on, the one reality you can depend on, the one truth that never changes. This rest you've found, this peace you've experienced, this love you've received, it's not just for tonight. This isn't a one-time gift or a temporary blessing. This is the permanent reality of His love for you. This is the ongoing experience of being His beloved child. Tonight's rest is preview of eternal rest. Tonight's peace is foretaste of perfect peace. Tonight's love is sample of infinite love. What you experience tonight in measure, you'll experience eternally in fullness. You are held not just for these hours, but for all eternity. His love for you has no expiration date. This love isn't conditional on your performance. It isn't temporary, based on your behavior. It isn't limited by your understanding. It simply is eternal, unchanging, infinite. The arms that hold you tonight will hold you forever. The love that surrounds you now will surround you always. The peace that fills you here will fill you eternally. This isn't temporary comfort, but eternal reality. You belong to a kingdom that never sleeps, to a family that never abandons, to a love that never fails. Even when you sleep, His kingdom is active. Even when you rest, His family surrounds you. Even when you're unconscious, His love continues. This kingdom doesn't pause for your rest. This family doesn't abandon during your weakness. This love doesn't sleep when you do. You belong to realities larger than night and day, stronger than time and space, more enduring than life and death. When tomorrow feels uncertain, when the future feels unclear, remember this moment. Remember this love. It is your anchor. In times of confusion, remember this clarity. In times of fear, remember this peace. In times of doubt, remember this love that held you through the night. This moment of being held becomes your reference point. This experience of being loved becomes your anchor. This rest in His presence becomes your foundation. When storms come, remember this peace. When challenges arise, remember this strength. When doubts whisper, remember this love. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you. May His peace rest upon you. Not just tonight, but always. The ancient blessing becomes personal prayer. The traditional words become intimate whisper. The scriptural promise becomes present reality. This blessing isn't wishful thinking, but divine declaration. Not hopeful sentiment, but spiritual reality. Not pretty words, but powerful truth. You are blessed, you are kept. His face shines upon you, His peace rests upon you. May your dreams be sweet. May your rest be deep. May your awakening be gentle. May your day be filled with His presence. Specific blessings for specific needs. Personal prayers for personal rest. Individual grace for individual sleep. Each blessing isn't general wish, but particular prayer. Each request isn't vague hope, but specific intercession. Each word isn't empty phrase, but full petition for your particular peace. May no weapon formed against you prosper. May no fear find foothold in your heart. May no anxiety disturb your peace. Protection through the night. Security through the darkness. Safety through the vulnerable hours of sleep. This protection isn't theoretical, but actual. This security isn't hoped for, but assured. This safety isn't wished for, but guaranteed. You are covered by divine protection, surrounded by heavenly security, wrapped in supernatural safety. You are loved, You are chosen. You are His. And nothing can separate you from this truth, the deepest reality of your existence, the fundamental truth of your identity, the unshakable foundation of your worth. You are loved by God. This love isn't dependent on your lovableness. This choice isn't based on your merit. This belonging isn't earned by your goodness. You are loved because He is love. You are chosen because He chooses. You are His because He claims you. As you drift into sleep, remember who you are, beloved child, precious treasure. Apple of His eye. Your identity isn't found in your achievements. Your worth isn't measured by your performance. Your value isn't determined by your success. You are beloved simply because you are His. This identity doesn't change with your circumstances. This worth doesn't fluctuate with your performance. This value doesn't depend on your achievements. You are who He says you are, worth what He says you're worth, precious because He declares you precious. This love is not earned, not temporary, not conditional. It simply is, as constant as gravity, as sure as sunrise. Laws of physics change less frequently than this love changes. Mathematical constants are less reliable than this love. Scientific principles are less dependable than this grace. The love that holds you tonight has held you since before you were born, will hold you long after your body fails. Holds you not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Not because of your performance, but because of His nature. Come back to this place whenever you need. This rest is always available. This love is always here. He is always waiting. Not just tonight, but every night. Not just now, but always. Not just in this moment, but in every moment of need. This isn't one-time experience, but ongoing reality. This isn't special exception, but normal provision. This isn't rare gift, but regular grace. This place of rest, this experience of love, this moment of peace. It's always available, always here, always yours. Sleep now, child of God. He holds you. He loves you. He will never let you go. Rest in His perfect love until morning comes. The final invitation, the ultimate permission, the deepest blessing. Sleep in the arms of perfect love. This isn't just bedtime wish, but spiritual reality. Not just nice sentiment, but divine truth. Not just comforting words, but eternal promise. You are held by perfect love, surrounded by infinite grace, covered by eternal faithfulness. Father, watch over your beloved child through the night. Guard their dreams, grant them peace, and wake them with joy. In Jesus' name, Amen. The benedictory prayer, the parental blessing, the divine covering, spoken over you with all the authority of heaven and all the tenderness of perfect love. This prayer rises to the throne of grace on your behalf. This blessing settles over you with divine approval. This covering surrounds you with heavenly protection. You are prayed for, blessed by, covered by the God of the universe. And now, rest. Beloved, rest. The simplest invitation, the gentlest command, the most loving instruction. Rest in His love. Rest in His care. Rest in His perfect, never-ending, always faithful love for you. This rest isn't just physical cessation, but spiritual completion. Not just mental quiet, but heart peace. Not just bodily relaxation, but soul restoration. Rest in every possible way. Rest completely. Rest perfectly. Rest in Him. you.